Hey guys, how's it going? So for this video, I want to take a look at the potential storylines surrounding the characters Badger and Skinny Pete that could take place in the plot of the upcoming Breaking Bad movie. Okay, so as I discussed in depth in a previous video, in addition to the main and supporting protagonists of Breaking Bad appearing in the plot of this upcoming film, it was also recently reported that two of the show's most notable supporting characters, Badger and Skinny Pete, will also have a role in the plot of this upcoming film as well. So what is incredibly intriguing about this reported casting is that based on the nature of the extremely close relationship in the plot of Breaking Bad of these two characters to the film's reported main protagonist, it appears that these two very close friends of Jesse Pinkman could as a result potentially play a fairly significant role in the plot of this upcoming movie. So with this premise in mind, in order for us to get a better understanding of the hypothetical role that these two characters could play in the plot of this upcoming film, we first need to take a look at the backstory of both Badger and Skinny Pete from the plot of Breaking Bad. Okay, so interestingly, the very last time that we saw both of these characters appear in the plot of Breaking Bad took place during the series finale when they were hired by Walter White to pose as hired assassins as part of Walt's plot of compelling Gretchen and Elliot Schwartz against their will into leaving the rest of his money in their names to his son Walter Jr. And then, following this encounter and Walt meeting with Badger and Skinny Pete after this event to inquire about the status of the appearance of blue meth in Albuquerque, which Walter then deduced was proof of Jesse still being alive, this would then be the very last time we would see Badger and Skinny Pete appear in the plot of Breaking Bad, thus leaving their storylines completely open-ended. And so, following these details from the plot of Breaking Bad being taken into consideration, this now brings us back to the question of how could Badger and Skinny Pete potentially fit into the plot of the purported main storyline of this upcoming film, which will apparently display the aftermath of Jesse Pinkman following his escape from the captivity of Jack Walker's compound, which took place at the end of the series finale of Breaking Bad. So with this question in mind, I think that one very possible plot involving all three of these characters that could occur in this upcoming film could entail Jesse trying to get in contact with Badger and Skinny Pete following his escape, who Jesse would seemingly really need the help of due to the fact that he ostensibly has little to no resources to adequately make the proper and practical arrangements to live as a free man for the rest of his life, in light of the fact that, as I have discussed in depth in a previous video, it seems almost certain that the DEA and a litany of other federal agencies following the death of Walter White would now be actively pursuing Jesse in an all-out manhunt as their one and only lead in the case surrounding the death of the two federal agents, Hank Schrader and Steve Gomez, who Hank's wife Marie could corroborate made a confessional tape for them and was also the very last person that they were seen alive with. Moreover, also in regards to this plot of Jesse potentially seeking out the help of Badger and Skinny Pete following his escape from Jack Walker's compound, due to the fact that, as I discussed in depth in my previous video, it is extremely unlikely as well as unfeasible that Jesse, based on the plot and dialogue of Breaking Bad with little to no resources, would know how to get in contact with Ed the Disappearer, who will also reportedly appear in the plot of this upcoming film. So taking that into account, in my opinion, it seems to make much more sense that Jesse would theoretically have a much easier time getting in contact with his close friends Badger and Skinny Pete in the plot of this movie compared to Ed the Disappearer. Furthermore, also in regards to this premise, while Jesse, following his escape from Jack Walker's compound, would also seemingly have a good idea of the location of his parents, including his mother, Mrs. Pinkman, who has been reported will appear in the plot of this upcoming film, it should be noted, however, that Jesse's family all but disowned him in the plot of Season 2 of Breaking Bad in the episode entitled Down, following their discovery of a meth lab in the basement of his aunt's house. So I think that Jesse would truly doubt that his parents would want to help him with his predicament and risk their own livelihood as a result of this fact. And so, after taking all this information surrounding this hypothetical plot of this upcoming movie into account, while we could seemingly endlessly speculate as to what the exact storyline of all three of these characters will specifically entail in the plot of this upcoming film, nonetheless, in my opinion, due to the fact that Jesse will ostensibly need some major help to say the least in light of him being a wanted man by the feds, I truly think that it makes the most sense that based on the backstory of Badger and Skinny Pete from the plot of Breaking Bad, that includes the fact that Walter White was able to get in contact with them during the series finale of Breaking Bad, that it would also make absolute sense that Jesse would also be able to get in contact with his close friends Badger and Skinny Pete as well, following his escape from Jack Walker's compound, who are seemingly the only people in the world who could theoretically, even in the slightest regard, help him with his current predicament. And due to the fact that virtually no precise living arrangements of both Badger and Skinny Pete were displayed to us over the entire course of Breaking Bad, this appears to make this plot much more open-ended for the creators in terms of avoiding any major plot holes and errors in continuity when cultivating the exact details of the storyline in the plot of this movie. And with all that being said, I am really excited about the possibility of seeing all three of these characters together again on screen in the plot of this upcoming film, which could potentially display to us a definitive conclusion to the storyline regarding what happened to these three characters following the conclusion of Breaking Bad. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video and also want to see additional videos where I discuss and analyze the potential plots and other various aspects surrounding the backstory of this upcoming Breaking Bad movie, in addition to any other additional news surrounding this movie, then definitely make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any new videos prior to the release of this film. As always, my name is Anton Jackson. Thanks again for watching.